It's always interesting what you can find in this really rough collection of junk. There's a horse. Well, this place has not let us down in almost 4 weeks now. I'm seeing something that came up as a really high silver. I'm hoping it's sterling, and I'm seeing something fancy to it. Look at this guy. What is going on here? How cool is that stone? Look at this thing. Sorry, I'm coming back. Wow. It sure looks sterling to me, but I'm not sure. And I'm loving that little stone on there. Very interesting. Keep it wiped down. Oh, there's my marking, 925. Yep, it's sterling. Excellent, excellent. Fantastic ring. How do you not take that home? Two strange pieces. Ear pod with some really old piece of brass. Oh, nicely made it out of the water. You can see how far back the beach is now as compared to where I was this afternoon. Well, I was hoping low tide was going to have something fancy for me. I believe that's an earring. Now, since this is my second find, the first was a pull tab, I'm hoping this isn't the early find curse. That is a beautiful little earring with the backing on it too, which is odd because this probably would have been in someone's pocket then. And I'm hoping at least that that is silver, which it looks like it. Sure, some sweet looking diamonds on it. Interesting. Bueller? Anybody? Oh, there he is. Well, we may have chosen what could very possibly be the windiest, rainiest, not the coldest, nastiest day of the year to head out early in the morning. Well, sometimes these are the best days. The waders are on.
Yeah, just to stay warm.
Man, it's going to be nasty. What are you thinking?
Well, I think me and Arnold's going to be tough to dig.
got the old man to the mud dump and the... What'd you get? A spoon? Nice. I think he's hooked. Well, besides that strange rubber dog toy, it's in the shape of a bone, and Paul's first bottle, we have a nice big, nice big cobalt blue Noxzema bottle. Right. I'll take them home. I'll store something. Well, he just called out a quick marble challenge, and we have about 3 minutes left here. I thought this was a marble, but it winds up being a pretty cool orange bead. Just popped out right there as I'm sloshing through the mud. Well, so as you can see, our storm finally passed us. We don't have any more rain. You can see the remnants of the clouds. And I'm literally in the middle of my work day, and I had a 2-hour break, so I had to get here during low tide and see what the storm did over here. And basically, I'm just looking at about 3 days of really high tides and a lot of rain wash. We didn't have the worst of a storm here, but we did certainly get a lot of movement, and that's what I'm looking for. So I'm going to spend 2 really fast hours here searching all my hot spots, and hopefully something came up. Stay tuned. Well, just a couple cool pieces already. 2 metal kind of flange handle pieces and a bolt. I don't even know if that is a flange. I just wanted to say flange. But a great cool piece of pottery right there, which I don't recognize the pattern in reference to everything I've seen come out of here yet. Great colors to it. Okay, so I've been digging out these little troughs because it appears that things get washed out better in these little cliffs. And I do see something sitting right here, which is a great find for this place because I don't normally find these, and I'm surprised I don't find more of them. It's nickel size, and I'm pretty sure it's a buffalo nickel. Yep, it sure is. There's the buffalo in the back. Fantastic, great find for here. I'd love to see a few more coins pop up now that this storm washed some stuff away. Hard to believe. Look at what I'm going to try and scan very close. There's 2 other quick, interesting pieces. I got a stirrer with an awesome little bottom on it, cobalt blue, and a really cool cracked glass. Great color. Look at the color on this thing. Where's my son? Man, oh man, I wish I could recreate how I found this thing sticking out of the side. Maybe I can. I had to lean in. All I saw was, if I could do this. All I saw was that little point sticking out. Can you see that? And I just took a chance in grabbing it. And sure enough, that's an absolutely perfect bottle stopper. Even the bottom point of it isn't broken. Now maybe I should show you. Yep, look at that. Awesome, awesome find. What else is there? Why am I whispering? I'm not sure. All right, I just picked up one of my favorite things to find, and I am very curious right now about the shape it's in. Look at this thing. I just thought this was the top of a broken bottle. Now that looks very much like a shot glass, totally intact. There's kind of a misshape to the top. That is not symmetrical. I wonder if it might have been in a fire and kind of changed its shape a little bit. But look at that tiny little shot glass. How cool is that? Another great find. It does not beat searching after some really heavy wash and heavy rain. That's another great one. All right, so I pretty much finished my quick surface search, and rationing my time, I don't have a lot of time left. I'm gonna do just one section of digging. And if you remember my past videos, which I think this was the beginning of this week, you'd know how much I love these mason jar lids, especially this color with some bubbles in there. That's a great piece. Loving that one just came out. Well, I bagged a few other pieces there. This thing's got some really cool ornate pottery work on it that I'm gonna keep. And I'm getting closer and closer to that poison bottle with the skull and crossbones on it, because this is about my 5th one of these this week. But no, skull and crossbones, watch that. Anything behind it? Yep. Anything? Marble? Oh, and an old little light bulb, which I think are Christmas lights. So I like to bring those home. Okay, this is a piece I forgot to check last week. This is the piece of glass. Oh, there we go. That's a 2 bob on it. How cool is that? Can you get it sideways? Do you see the checkers? The squares in it? The 3D squares? Pretty cool. 2 bob. Okay. Well, I got something looking golden there, but it looks a little tarnished. So I can't say for sure. It might be gold plated. Oh, look at you. We're going to throw a little bit of ice at it too. Keep it interested. Boy, this is very different from the last 4 days. That's for sure. Is this not your kind of weather?
Huh?
Is this your kind of weather?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I knew you did. I'm seeing some fish out there. Or something funky.
Look at all this.
Yeah, they did that before the storm came. They wanted to widen this a little bit. There's a little beachcomber picking up some shells. It's an interesting piece of lead I found with what appears to be kind of a Santa Claus figure on there. Your guess is as good as mine with this one. There he comes. His long walk. Unfortunately, I didn't see too many boats come by, as beautiful as it is out today. Those fishermen are out, and they're going to stay out for a while. It's not something you see every day on the beach. Try to guess the car make. I'm at another beach that has suffered from a tremendous high tide and a lot of dirt. Look at this. Well, sometimes they're sitting right up on top. Hello, little earring. Who are you? Yeah, Excellent bugger. Well, I managed to squeak one more hour out in the middle of sessions at work to see where one more spot that I frequent looks like after the storm. And as you can see, it has pulled sand all the way out to there, which normally this is all uncovered. So we got sand pulled out, or what happened was it dumped sand on, I'm not sure. You can see some stones showing up here, which I'm going to walk through. You can see a tremendous amount of erosion here, which I'll scan through. I love seeing this old muddy section coming out, but I'm not that hopeful because in history, I remember what things look like when I have really good days. And this is not generally what it looks like. But you never know. And it's a great, great day to pick up some balloons. It's nice of her to say so. Anything in there? Oh, and balloons, and look at what we have here. Just hanging out. More for my fishing line collection. And that's just what I found while I'm randomly videotaping. I love how that went in there. Look at this. It's too bad there's no bottles showing up. This is interesting. All this is uncovered, but there's sand where there's not usually sand. Might have to get my scraper out and do a little scraping, which is really investigating. Strangely, I'm seeing more of this here too, and that was a beach way up that I saw that stuff on. I'm about 10 miles south of where I saw that stuff on another beach. Bobber. That's a lot you can pick up today. Looks like part of a mattress. Strange. Well, I gotta tell you, my son's gonna love this find. This looks like a great soccer ball. Look at this. It's even got a signature on there. Since 1899. And it's pretty inflated. That might be the greatest find today already. Crazy soccer ball. Outrageous. Look at this stuff. Yeah. There's more of that styrofoam. Wow. It's a nice chunk of glass. Showing some older stuff being pulled up. There we go. I just hope there's some intact bottles, because this is not a good sign. There's way too much sand right here. I don't want to see all the sand. Although there's a little ledge right there, which is interesting. But I need all this sand out, which hopefully in the next couple of weeks it's going to start doing. Because this doesn't really leave me much to search, which is probably good today because I don't have a lot of time. But I just found that soccer ball, which is awesome. Well, there's another trend today. Big hook, lots of fishing line. Piece of wood. I love this wood that's coming out. These are all part of really, really old piers that were probably intact 150 years ago. Just look at the landscape here. So all of what we're looking at here used to be what I would search. It would all be mud. You can see a little bit of it starting to show here. And all of this up here would be all sand. All that sand has been moved out, uncovered all that, which I'm going to look in. Some people over there, I think there's a fisherman. And then I'm going to search all over here. He's waiting for the tide to come in. Well, I gotta say, there's a lot of cool stuff buried in this wash, but unfortunately, and fortunately, I was talking to a few people, and I don't like to pull a video camera out while I'm talking, but I did find a whole bunch of stuff, and look at this thing. What is this a foot base for? I don't know, but why do I want to take it home? It looks like it might be part of a, yeah, what do you call them? You hold cars and trucks up with it. I don't remember. A jack! It's part of a jack. I don't know why I'm taking it, but it sure looks cool. In any event, I didn't do a lot of videotaping because I don't want to pull out a videotape when I'm talking to people. But I found a tremendous amount of cool stuff in here. Not super valuable, but old enough to grab it. And I'll show you a little clip of it. I'm going to go in high power mode and try to race through one more section, and then I got to get back to work. And I could have spent quite a bit more time here really eyeing and digging, but hopefully the water will pull out some more sand in the next couple days and I can get here when I have more time. Now it doesn't look like much more is going on here, so I may have to hightail it now. Oh, see some pottery? Oh, all right, just enough time to check out one more spot before I go back to work. And I think I just plucked out a doorknob. Yep. No, unfortunately, I don't have my gloves, and I can't spend a lot of time cleaning up. But that is, use the water a little bit. I think that's a doorknob. Yeah, look at that cool thing. Nice. Well, I can't get a good look at this bottle, but I got it out without making too much of a mess of myself. And I'm gonna have to bring it home and clean it just to get an idea of what we got here. It's a really cool shape. I'm not thinking it's that old. All right, here we go. What are you right here? What in Sam Hills? Oh, you son of a gun. Newbies. What do you think? Does it have any real value to it? It's a cool shape bottle. It's a twist off. I might take it home. I don't know. It's got the hourglass on the bottom. It's kind of cool looking. What the hector? Get out of there. Get out. I hear you get looser. All right, enough. All right, here's a quick synopsis of what I found in that little spot. Cashed in on some real fishing line again. That's about 3 clumps of it, so there's more to my collection. Of course, we always take the balloons off, and we bagged a couple tools, ton of copper wiring, which I'm going to untangle out of more fishing line that has to go in the bucket. And of course, the thing I was forgetting the name of, this really cool jack stand part. I thought maybe that was a emblem on there that we could find the original makers of it, but it's not. A couple copper pieces, a big bowl, some pottery, another old fishing lure. We got a pretty decent sized bullet. I thought that was a bullet, but it's some kind of copper tube. Tiny lead bullet. I like this little piece of stone. I don't know if that's granite or not, so I picked it up anyway. And this little cool old water pistol that I'm going to clean up because it's cool. You can tell it's old because they wouldn't have bothered putting that cool ornate kind of 60s, 70s-ish design on there. Oh, we might even have a little something plastics, something New Jersey, USA. Maybe I can get a real date on this thing by looking that up. There's something too. 25 or 250 something. Interesting. I'm gonna clean that up. Where are we going? I'm sorry, what time is it? 4:02. No, I was meaning that as, what time is it?
Goodwill time.
Oh, nice. 4:02. So my first purchase was this George Washington vintage bottle. These are very, very, very common, but I've always wanted to purchase one, and for $1.49, I couldn't pass this one up. I found these selling for $7.99, so I made a small profit of $6.50. I couldn't pass up this little trinket box because I love the little angel on top. And I bought it for $3.99, and I did see it retail for $14.99. but unfortunately I later on found a chip in it which basically makes it worthless. Now, worthless is a strong word. My wife actually loves this piece, so it has a lot of value to it. Now, I feel like I say this a lot, but I love religious pieces, and this Buddha statue for $1.49, again, I couldn't pass up. I'm not even sure what the material is. I searched it up. I had a real hard time finding this one exactly, so I don't have an end price to it, but I do love it. So I absolutely love Japanese style art, and this Kutani style vase from the 70s, I couldn't pass up at $4.99. They're very common, so the retail price isn't exactly that high at $14.99, but we did wind up making a profit of $10 if I ever sell it. I purchased these shot glasses because I love the style of the artwork done around it. I'm not really sure they're that old, and I believe it's a very common company that makes them. Maybe my favorite purchase of this trip is this U.S. Military Academy Pilsner Style Mug. At a purchase price of $3.99, the closest thing I could find online were selling for $35+. And this was the letdowner of the trip. I thought I had something great here, but as an amateur thrifter, I just don't know enough of these things yet. And I purchased this at $4.99. The retail is only about $7.99.